what is a bioantenna?
Bioantennas are found in nature. They're also found within us because we're part of nature. But for the longest time, we've put technology in between us and nature. And it's had a very strong cause and effect, so to speak. As the technology starts to break down our bioantennas, our body stops attuning towards life and living, like natural senses and natural rhythms. And so we become irregulated. And that irregulation leads to disease and sickness and all kinds of other things. So the reason that bioantenna is being repaired is so important is because it brings us back to our natural light source that helps our body as a bioelectric field to actually be restored. And that's one of the reasons why people feel better when they don't use their phone for a day. But with the void space patches, people can use their phone and still feel good.
Okay, so when you say it's found in nature and within us, is it like part of our cells, or like is there any guidance on like inside how that manifests?
I believe that bioantennas are so incredibly small that we just now are starting to discover them. But they're patterns within our body that actually are designed before. Usually our DNA helps us to form them as a birth and as a child, right? And that's the same thing that happens in nature. The difference is that nature actually can repair itself very fast because it goes through photosynthesis on a regular basis. So it's actually able to repair itself, whereas we don't really have a system that actually repairs fast enough, especially for the amount of signals and damage that we're taking on.
What is the bioantenna there for? What does it do for us?
I mean, it attunes us to joy, to happiness, to light itself, to the living molecules and frequencies that are designed to support us. It's literally the most important thing in the invisible world that allows the quantum field to connect with us. It's one of the reasons why almost all the things that I design and build are designed to repair and support bioantennas.
So then is it also like in a sense like what allows us to interact with the world then? If that's what tunes our emotions and basically all aspects of it, then it would be our bridge to
It
reality.
is, yeah, yeah. So think of a bioantenna like an antenna. It broadcasts and it receives. The problem is that as human beings, we become consumers. We're not broadcasters and we're not receivers like we used to be. We've become consumers instead of receivers, and we've become consumers so much so that we've even forgot that we know how to signal ourselves. So we can't send signals and we can't receive signals anymore. And so we backlog, which causes sickness and all kinds of other things. The main cause of that is our bioantennas are being destroyed. They're being destroyed so fast that we can't even go out in nature and repair them in the way that we used to. And this is where a real problem occurs if we're going to live in society like we currently are. However, this is why Void Space Technologies was formed in the first place, was to find creative solutions so that people could choose to live however they choose to live.
So then we say the different patches are pre-charged with certain bioantennas.
Yep.
So
It's to teach your body through mimicry. So as you put a patch on, it actually sends the bioelectrical field to that patch, right? And then that bioelectrical field gets feedback from the actual healthy bioantenna. And then that bioantenna then comes into form and teaches the rest of your body. So it actually helps you to rebuild your bioantennas because your body's going to heal naturally. It has this innate healer that I call divine intelligence that will naturally heal itself when it finds out that something's off. It's one of the reasons why, like, when you go and get body work, your body is able to start adjusting for months afterwards because it's acknowledging the places where weakness is. Because again, it's over signaled, right? So the normal signals that we're getting in our body, we're not actually getting them anymore because our signals are broken so bad. And also, we're being bypassed by so many other signals that our bodies don't know what to do anymore. It's one of the big causes with 5G that everybody's out there up in arms about is because it's such a strong signal that our body doesn't know how to process it. It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. I still have the stance that everything is energy and it can be translated. But for the average person, it's such a strong signal, and our bodies don't know how to translate that at the beginning, right? Like I can go hug a 5G tower and I won't get any negative effects. But that's because I have very strong bioantennas that can actually translate that information like they're supposed to. And that's the struggle. we live in a world where almost everybody's bioantennas are so broken that they don't even really work anymore. And that's why we become consumers. Instead of receiving, we have to take, and we have to give, and we have to go back and forth instead of sending and receiving. There's infinite resources available to us. We just don't know how to tap into them anymore. Because our antenna that actually receives the signal, that actually knows that we're okay, is broken.
Is there like multiple bioantennas in our bodies that all do different things, or how do you
Yeah.
have like a specific bioantenna for each patch?
There are different ones that have been found in nature to do different things. Bioantennas are found in nature, and that's something that people can go look up and learn about. And if they want to learn about the different bioantennas and the different trees and the different things out there, then they can learn about how certain things influence and affect them. I would actually encourage them to go figure out what trees do what flowers do what, right? Because now we're getting into like flower essences and everything else, which are also a form of bioantennas. The reason I don't normally like flower essences is because the alcohol, which actually corrupts and breaks down the bioantenna instead of holding it in its posture that it needs to. But that's a whole different thing, right? So when we start to understand the world of essence, what we're really starting to understand is the sending and receiving of frequencies. And our body's bioantennas are designed specifically to help us send and receive frequencies. So the reason that it's so magical is because it actually helps create and stabilize the bioantennas of the body while also providing signals through the music and the sounds, right? So like if you were to just do esophageal frequencies, right? That's a frequency. But if your body doesn't have the right bioantennas to tune it properly, it's not actually going to cause the same output of healing that's possible. The reason our bed works so well is because it has that sweet spot where it's providing the resources needed as well as helping with the signals to create the stability. And that's one of the reasons why the rays were designed in that quantum perspective.
You said the cube like creates and stabilizes bioantennas.
Yes. It doesn't create new bioantennas. It uses old bioantennas that exist within the body and helps stabilize those. And then it provides, just like the patches, a set, but it has all the bioantennas that you need. So it's actually providing every bioantenna found in nature for your body to learn from while you're laying on it. It's one of the most powerful things. And it took Ralph 30 years to design that plate. It's one of the greatest major breakthroughs in quantum mechanics in a long time, to be honest.